In the oral stage, Freud talks a lot about the development of the things that happen in the oral stage, the sucking and the grooming of the mom on the breast. And sometimes he talks about if you're moved away from the mom's breast too quickly and you don't develop your oral stage, that you become fixated in that stage. And that fixation may look like you becoming a smoker, someone who likes to smoke. Okay, so if you're always trying to fulfill that thought of smoking, or maybe eating, or trying to fulfill an unmet need that you missed in the oral stage because you weren't cared for properly in the oral stage, you weren't fed all of the oral things that needed to happen within your mouth, the sucking and the attachment to your mom in that way was not fulfilled. And keep in mind that Freud blames everything on the mother. If these stages are not completed as you go through, as you hear about the oral, the anal, the phallic, the latency, and the genital stages, he likes to blame these ideas of unfinished business or incomplete stages on the mother. The father takes very little or no responsibility in this Freudian theory. And that's why a lot of people have a lot of apprehension about his theory. For one, there are many other things that don't sit well with a lot of people, but this is one of the things, especially for feminists. Um, the next is the anal stage, and it talks about the finster being satisfied, and them going through the bathroom stages, learning how to go to the bathroom and how to be able to hold their poop until it's time to let that go, and being able to release it at certain times, and being able to go through that stage properly. It's stated that if you don't develop or completely, or this stage is messed up, that you became an anal person, and that's where they get the anal stage from. You are not completely fulfilled, so you have to have everything straight and narrow. You're trying to fulfill the need that you missed in the anal stage at 2 to 3 years old with your, let me guess, mother. So if this is not completed in the anal stage as a child, keep in mind this is Freud's theory. This is not something you have to take and say this is true. This is just a theory from a Freudian theory, that he believed that if you don't complete the oral stage as a baby from this 2 to 3 year old mark, and you don't understand potty training, and the anal area is not completely captivated during that time, that you become an anal person as an adult. You feel like you got to do everything right, and everything has to be neat and stacked up, and you're literally a high achiever. And not to say all high achievers are anal, but sometimes those type A and high achievers kind of run together. And this is a good explanation if you're thinking along that lines, but it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you, I'm just saying. The next stage is the phallic stage. And the phallic stage is from 3 to 5. And in this phallic stage, something interesting happens, and it talks about these abnormal family relationships that may occur. And they call it the Oedipus complex. And if you watched Baby Boy like I did growing up, you heard him say you got the Oedipus complex. You want to suck on your mama's boob all day. Basically, you saying that you are in love with your mothers. Boys become infatuated with their moms in the Electra complex, which is for the women. A daughter falls in love with the dad. They have what Freud called penis envy. Really, I know these are just theories. This is what he says. Just roll with me. So the complex, um, Oedipus complex in the Electra complex happen in the phallic stage, which is the third stage in Freud's psychosexual development. And if these things are not corrected and put together, we end up in love with our mothers and infatuated and want. And some men, they become mama's boys, or they want a mother figure instead of a regular girlfriend. They want someone that's like a mother figure to them, someone who is in the image of mom. Okay. And then the girls are just the opposite, on the opposite side, where they're obsessed with their fathers and they looking for a father figure in their mates.